Hello and welcome to the Hypertrophy Odyssey, chapter 322. It is the first day of the week, aka the Kamehameha workout. I am feeling pretty good right now, very excited for this workout. But anyways, to the main subject matter for today, which is something that I didn't think I was going to talk about today, but kind of have to, and that is it worth doing something in the right way? Is it worth doing it the right way, basically? So this could kind of fall under the good and evil category. Maybe it might be, I don't know, I might do a post-op insertion of that, but I'm not 100% sure. I might make this its own thing because realistically, this could go a lot of ways. But the main reason why I wanted to talk about this was because today I made a check-in for an appointment that I have tomorrow. And future Oscar will probably tell me exactly what's happening. But I got something that didn't happen before to me, which was that I have to pay for a thing that I have to do tomorrow, which is quite annoying, mostly because it's a lot of fucking money. And it's funny to me, at least personally, in the fact that when I had a job, my pay was $0.00. But yet now that I have a job and have insurance through my job, I have to pay like about $1,000 to go do this thing. So I'm not necessarily that pissed. Well, I'm pissed, but we'll get into that. But I'm not that pissed in the sense that I can kind of afford it. And by kind of, I mean not really, but still, I have a job. At least I can work it off. But the thing is that pisses me off, and also it's only one thing, so I don't need much. But it just annoys me that even when do the stuff I'm supposed to do, I follow the rules, go ahead, try not to be a leech on society, that entire idea, I'm getting fucked. And that little nugget of just not being of being fucked is really what gets me. I mean, realistically, I sit here, bust my ass doing bullshit job that, I'll be honest, it's not anything like life-changing, but it's also, I'm just trying to be a productive member of society here, and I get fucked over because I want to make sure my health is good. What is that? Where are we in life? Why are we like this? And I have another tangent to go off of, which is steroids, because of course that also would probably come up occasionally with this. I could immediately shortcut everything and go to like the dark side and be all of a sudden just do roids and have a much higher level physique and all this other stuff and probably get some notoriety because of it, because of here or there, whatever. But I'm not gonna do that. And it's weird because in one side, like that side, the steroid side in particular, I don't want to do the shortcut. It seems as though the stupidity of it all is kind of is very apparent, And I'll probably go into detail about that maybe in the next episode. Maybe I'll combine it. I'm not even sure yet. But the other side of it, I don't want to be a leech on society. I really don't. I like having a job. I really do. But shit like this makes me want to just quit. What the fuck is the point? Let me just go find some place that will just let me go get unemployment somewhere and leech off the state. What the fuck is the point? It's very weird to think about the both sides of it because it's two different arguments for two different things, of course, because they're two different scenarios. But realistically, what is the point of doing the right way? You know what I mean? Why am I going to get fucked? Why am I going to get fucked with a fucking crazy bill just because I did things right? You know what I mean? And it's interesting, the doing things right part. And I think we're going to talk about that. I guess this has to kind of do with morality, but we'll see if it really gets into morality. And more so along the lines of maybe some systems in society suck and probably should get taken advantage of because they will take advantage of you, very unfortunately. So with that being said, I will see you at Mother Base. Alright, so started this day off with tips. But anyways, back to the main subject matter for today. Is it worth doing it the right way? Part 1. So I have decided to make this a series, and the future me knows where this is going. But this first part is basically going to look at man versus machine, or man versus the system. Basically, the idea behind this is why am I going to try to go out of my way in order to follow the rules set up by the system in order to do everything in the correct way when the system itself is set up to be exploited and has been exploited by those who can and will get ahead of myself and others? So the entire idea of it is, why do I have to listen to it? It's very much a self-argument because I want to be the good citizen that does everything correctly by the books and all that other stuff. But unfortunately, going against the system because I'm going against others who are also going against the system will be left behind, because if I try to use the system in the correct or right way, quote unquote, it isn't necessarily going to get me further. In fact, it'll probably get me behind everybody else who's just exploiting the actual system. And I think that that's the main crux of this entire issue, is that I want to do it the right way because internally that's how I feel about it morally. But if I do it that way, especially when it comes to the system is just set up to fuck me over. So there's absolutely no point in trying to do it the right way. You have to do something where you exploit some type of way, shape, or form, or else the system will fuck you. It's basically one and the same. You either do the fucking or get fucked. It's no in between with this type of thing. Especially when it's some type of system that's above you that you cannot go around or go behind or do anything like that, where you have to go through it. So if you have to go through it, you might as well do it in a most dominant way, so that way you can actually take advantage of it and get out on through the other side clean as a whistle, rather than being drudged and demolished and just pulverized by the system into a scrap of nothingness that happens all the time. You can see this everywhere, really. And when I mean the system, I don't just mean healthcare, but any type of big system, bureaucracy, or anything along those lines that try to just make sure to make your life slightly harder for absolutely zero reason. IRS, I'm looking at you. But things like that is just very frustrating to have to try to do it the right way. Now, of course, I'm not fucking with the IRS. I'm going to do that regardless, but I don't want to do that because I don't want 40% of my money to go to bullshit that I don't care about. But at the same time, you know, if I'm not doing it, they're going to come after me. And that's the other thing, too, is going against the system. You have to find out little tweaks and leverages that you can get against it, because if not, it's going to fuck you. I mean, I've seen a story about a guy who got a bill from a hospital for like $10K plus and then said, I don't have health insurance. That went down to $500. It's insane, the exploits that these people will go through in order to continue the system just trying to fuck you, really. And it's very frustrating to keep going against it. It is deliberately there in order to motivate people from doing it the right way. And it sucks when you see others taking advantage of something like this, because then you're like, fuck me, dude. Why am I telling the truth? Just lie to these fuckers. Why do I have to be the one in doing it the right way when it's some system that's going to fuck me for doing it like that? And I think that that's the main crux of this, is that even if morally you are trying to do it the right way, the system will try to make it so if you do it like that, you're gonna just be screwed over. And it sucks because it makes it such a dog-eat-dog world, but that's just the way it is. There will be people who will say, oh, if you're just exploiting it, you're just going to be one of those other people that aren't going to do it the right way, that ruin it for the rest of us. But the thing is, it's too late now. There's too many people exploiting the system in order to make it better for themselves. The system has been broken for quite some time. Whatever system you are thinking of, it's broken. It all sucks. It's very rare where a system actually works that has to deal with some of the major things in the world. I mean, for the love of God, I have healthcare now, but I still have to pay for dental care, and I don't have it because I haven't paid for it yet, which is insane because it should be a part of it, but it's not, which is the stupidest and idiotic thing ever. But now I have to kind of go through that entire system again just to figure out how the fuck I can get my teeth cleaned for not $700, which is insane. That is such a asinine, backwards way of having to do things that it makes me just want to either not do it at all, or just say fuck you and just take advantage of every single thing that I can possibly do in order to say fuck the system. I'm going to get out of it the way I want to, and with my mental capacity all intact, instead of just becoming a slobbing mess that's just, okay, take my money, leave me alone, please. Oh no, you're going to know everything about me now. It's just terrible to see this type of stuff nowadays. And this is just the preview of what it's like, because we're going to go into a different sect of the is it worth doing it the right way in the next episode. And we're back. Welcome to the workout debriefing. Exercises not filmed, none. Exercises skipped, also none. You got everything in, thankfully. So I've decided to make this episode into 3 parts. So this first part is is it worth doing it right? The first part, just general society stuff. Maybe we'll just focus on that one. The second episode is going to be about steroids, because that's a completely different subject matter in a weird way, because I have different thoughts and feelings about that. And then the third one is YouTube, because YouTube is its own thing as well. So I'd rather just decide there's 3 whole subject matters here, especially in this first one, which is the fact that what is it worth doing it correctly? Is it worth doing it at this point correctly? And honestly, I have to say I'm leaning towards absolutely not. Realistically, we have fucked things so badly. Most of the stuff now, we are just kind of screwed, and it sucks saying that, because I'm not even a doomer. I don't like dooming. I think dooming is a retard's way out, basically. I do not like it. But we fucked a lot of things up, and we have to find ways to figure it out, because if not, we're going to have to just either max out the other side of the spectrum, aka taking advantage of whatever the fuck the government or whatever the other systems are put in place, to not even to a point where it is, you're just doing it, you're overdoing it, you're going too much, fucking start just committing tax fraud and fucking downloading as much shit as you can and just stealing, just straight up. Like, we're just gonna have to start doing stupid shit like this, because the society is slowly starting to crumble, and it sucks, because if you do it the right way, you're just gonna keep getting punished to keep doing it the right way. When am I going to get out of my own house? God knows when, because of the fact that the housing market is shit. That's one thing. Healthcare, I was better off not having a job, which is crazy. And if I would have signed up for like unemployment or disability and faked some bullshit, I could have been fine. I could have been doing this and pretending to have a disability, which a bunch of fucking people do. The amount of military disability that's out there for people that aren't really disabled, let's be 100% honest. Thank you for your service, but you're not really disabled. Your ear hurts a little bit, versus the guy that's missing an arm and a leg. It's interesting that the injustices of this world keep continuing on and continuing on and continuing on, regardless of whether you try or not try. It's something that is inherently frustrating to see, particularly because you see people like that. You see people that are trying to actually do the right thing, and they just keep getting whipped for it. It doesn't even make any sense. And then you see other people who are just taking advantage of the systems that are put in place to help those people, and then it fucks them over. It fucks up the people that are trying, and then if the people that aren't trying are just being rewarded for being assholes and just being louder than the other people. It's like as if we have to implement something that is more than just shame, but actual harm to these people or something, in order for them to understand that because you are a leech on whatever system you are providing, you are ruining it for everybody else. And it doesn't matter what the system is, whether it be healthcare, military, disabilities, tube, all these other things. There's a bunch of other systems that are just used in the social circles that would be nice if we weren't fucked up by people. And I hate saying this, because realistically, we shouldn't have to worry about this in theory. And it sucks that we have to fucking just deal with it. There are people out there that we should probably just... I shouldn't say that. There are probably enough leeches out there in whatever you're thinking about. And this isn't like a weird political, I don't want to get into the politics of it, because of course people are stupid and get mixed politics about everything, of course, blah, blah, blah. You, the people that are defending those who are leeches, are part of the issue. You do not understand. Because of you, I'm going to stop doing the things the right way and just go my own way. It's the same thing in dating. Men are leaving. They aren't there anymore. Why? Because they said, fuck the game. They're not even playing. The rules have gotten so fucked, no one wants to play the game in order to win. If you try to play the game in order to win, you can only either cheat your way to the top, or if you go all the way through somehow, you either have to have some dumb luck or somebody backing you. That's it. And that's really the frustrating part about it all, because you want to do the good thing. You want to do the straight and narrow and actually try. But so many things are just set up to fuck you over and make it so you are fucked over until something just snaps. And it seems as though, you know, I don't know what snapped in me today, but maybe seeing that medical bill where I was like, fuck me, really? Because I can afford this, because I have a job, I get punished? What is this? Where are we? What happened? What was going on? I'm tired of it. I don't want to deal with that anymore. I almost want to say no. Fuck you. What, are you going to take my credit score down? My good boy score? Oh, you know how to pay it, Dad. Good boy. Good boy. Fuck you. I hate you, stupid banks. Makes me wonder who's in control of that, but watch out for that one. We can't talk about that one on this channel. But anyways, or anywhere really. But anyways, with that being said, tell me what you think in the comments section down below. I would love to know your thoughts and opinions about this one. I really would love to know your thoughts and opinions about this one. I don't care if what your political affiliations are, regardless, because politics is all game. Nothing matters. It's all the same bullshit. So that's a whole other episode for a different day. I just want to know how you're dealing with your own stuff, because realistically, politics always end at the very front door of your house, because at the end of the day, how you deal with your things are how you deal with it, not worrying about X, Y, or Z or whatever. How are you handling it? And I would love to know in the comment section down below. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Please share this video with anybody who may or may not like it. I will be back on tomorrow with a new video. Thank you very much for watching. I really do appreciate it. I will see you in the next one. Keep it heavy. Stay safe out there and stay warm. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace!